I'm at the top, or partway up Lacey Lake Road, where the railway meets it. This is just up from the Coombs Country Candy Store on the east side of Port Alberni. And I'm on the Port Alberni Subdivision just east of mile 25, starting my day hike. Going to go from 25 to milepost 28 or so. There's a rock slide that I saw from the other end last year. That's going to be my turnaround point. But coming up in about 5 minutes of walking will be the mile 25 trestle in nice dawn light. It's a nice cool spring morning. Lots of dew on the ground. And I'm coming up to the mile 25 trestle. Simple straight trestle. The last time I was here was end of May 2019 on a lovely summer evening. The ties on this trestle are pretty worn on the top. I'll take a look as I walk across in a few moments. The tops of the ties are pretty soft, a lot of give to them. Yeah. Just show you as I walk. And now we get a little bit better, some of the treated timbers, but there's still a lot that aren't looking all that good. Once I get to the west side, I'll turn around, maybe get up on the rock outcropping, because it's about sunrise pretty soon, in like 5 minutes. Still a lovely hill there. If I were Dave Wilkie, I'd probably be up there when a train was coming by here. I've got a pair of stringers right below me. Those are the beams that run parallel to the rails. Gives me a bit of comfort. That's pretty. Milepost 25, obviously. Come up on the north side of the rock cut. There's the rail. And Port Alberni. And the trestle. I'm going to go over to the other side now. Okay, time to get to the other side. I was just up there. Nice view. This mile 25 trestle at the west end sure has a whole lot of nice viewpoints. Just keeps on getting better. that's where I'm going when I'm done here. Like any day in the Alberni Valley, the fog is rolling in. I'm going to leave this trestle lookout area and head west where I haven't been before. So I've got 3 miles to go to mile 28, and then 3 miles back here. Works out to about 10 kilometers. Nice good hike on a level railway. So on I go westward. Once I've completed to mile 28, that will then give me a nice long section that I've seen in various trips in the last year that go all the way from mile 12 to mile 33.3 or so. So I'm glad I am seeing the Port Alberni Subdivision. I was just up here. Earlier I was over there. Okay. Next time I see that trestle, it's probably in the harsh sunlight. Or maybe the fog filter will stay out. We'll find out. Onward. According to what I see on Google Maps, this should be a nice bunch of straightaways with a few little small curves until I come to the big curve, and that's at the power lines. Those power lines go eastward, across or through Horn Lake. Nice simple rails here. I just have to be careful for slippery ties with the morning dew. Here's an idea of the broom problem right here. Middle of the track, side of the tracks pointing inwards. I'm between mile 25 and 26 on a bit of a rock fall area, or where there was just some rocks pushed out. And let's go back to the rails. It's very closed off here with the trees on either side. Looking eastward, looking westward. Here's a stretch where it's very difficult to see the ties, or at least the fullness of them. It's easier to walk. I'm always just amazed at how quickly the land, the trees, the plants, foliage changes just from 100 meters to 100 meters along the rail lines. Sunshine is splashing in. Oh, that's really pretty. Yeah, it really is. I like the mile markers because they confirm where I am, as well as just give me encouragement that I am making forward progress. They're looking east. Here's the spot where a trail crosses the railway, going one direction, then just a few steps down the railway. is the side going down the slope. Here between mile 26 and 27, I've caught glimpses of the power lines, and the rails are starting to curve to the right, which means we're going up into the bigger curve. I hear the sound of the creek. I'll just walk through here. Creek and gully. Obvious built-up railway grade. This is the fun part of wondering whether what I was just looking at is where the trestle used to be. Here's the whistle sign. Whistle would be then for the fact that there is a popular trail up ahead that crosses the tracks. And I'm built up on either side, so this is an obvious filled in grade. The light is pouring in now because we've got a logging cut to the right of me, and then just beyond that is the grade for the power lines. Up ahead is the hydro line road with a nice rock-based level crossing, which covers the rail, but that can be fixed easy. Here's the private road crossing. Road goes that way. Road goes that way. There's the old crossbuck. And the other crossbuck used to be there. And now the two continue between mile 26 and 27 westbound. I haven't seen a junked car on the Alberni subdivision until now. Shadows. One of the reasons why I started my hike at 5:45 this morning was to avoid shadows for a good part of it, and I have until now. Oh, here comes a really nice rock cut. This is beautiful. Arbutus trees on top, rail on the bottom. Perfect West Coast scene. Gorgeous. Part of the fun of this is exploring, because usually there's not built up land beside the railway, and I'm still trying to figure out exactly where I am with relation to the old trestle. And that totally looks like an old grade. Alright, time to investigate. Okay, let's explore. I'm in a rock cut. The current railway is in a rock cut. Then there's this dividing rock. Another rock here indicating that I'm now in what probably was the grade before. We'll go this way first, east, although west really had some promise. You know, you start to see things like that, you'll wonder what might have been here. And this is just the drop off. And this is just an obvious grade right on the other side of the rocks from the current grade. This is really similar to at Arbutus Canyon and Niagara Creek Canyon on southern Vancouver Island, where the original grade is right beside but hidden from the current grade. Time to walk down what I think is the original grade here. Lots of shadows. Sorry about that. Here comes a creek, which means this is a gap, which means there's a trestle here. Oh yeah. But a gap right across through there. There's a creek. Looking eastward in the old grade in the rock cut. Look at this. This would be a tie. Lined up perfectly where the grade would be. 50 years of trees in the way. If I turn around, right across the gully. That makes a lot of sense. There's a nice view. Straight down the old grade. Might as well try to climb the rock cut. Oh yeah. Nice. It's looking in the direction of the trestle that once was. And I'll go back down there. And then hike out of the old rock cut and back into the new rock cut. And continue on my way. Okay, old tie. Well, now I got the telltale signs of an old trestle site because the grade I'm on has got a steady curve leftward around the gully. I've got water pouring out down there, culverts down there. And that's where the trestle would have gone across. rock fall from there. So I'm assuming that the mile 27 post is missing, because otherwise I would have seen it, and I'm pretty sure I'm beyond it, heading towards mile 28. Broom plants along here, broom plants have been cut off. All along here. The broom has been busted. That's pretty fabulous. I don't know who did that, but big thanks. Here's more foliage just piled up on the side. That's good work. I think this is the rock slide that was cleared a number of years ago. I've seen photographs on the East End Track Gang website around here between mile 27 and 28. And I recall this from seeing this last year. Here's more evidence of broom busting. Again, I don't know who to thank, but oh gosh, I am grateful. Here's milepost 28. This is my turnaround point. I'm tired, so I'm glad. Although now I get to walk into the sun. So continuing on this way is a short trestle at mile 28.8. Track culvert, interesting structure at about 29.5. And then a nice curved trestle at mile 29.9. Okay, mile 28. Along with a lovely waterfall. Time to head on back. Working my way to through the rock slide. An area where rock just keeps sliding down. At around mile 27.7 or so, here's the trail. It goes down to Port Alberni's Horn Lake Road area. I'll put the actual address on, but that's the way that I came up back in June of 2019. Steep trail, but it gets you right here. This is where the long trestle might have started, around here on the west side of the ravine. Don't have a lot of evidence, other than some built up ground right there, but it's not obvious like the other side. Hey, stockpile of rails. We are at the ravine, so obviously the trestle went across somewhere here. I'm in the long continuous curve heading eastbound, coming up to the big rock cuts on either side of me. Let's check this out. There's the gully. That is a good place for a trestle. Heading east, somewhere around mile 27. There is no milepost marker anymore. And I'm nicely in the shade for a bit. I'm about to come out to the hydro line cut. Okay, carefully cross. Cannot see the rail on the left at all. If it wasn't for all the trees on either side of me here, close beside me, it would look really odd because I am super high up on both sides. A nice drop off that you can't really see that well. So this is just all built up, just like I would be on a trestle or a viaduct, except on the ground. Between miles 25 and 28 today, this is the biggest windfall I've seen across the tracks. Of course, there are a few rock slide problems and a few other small trees over, but this is the biggest problem as far as wood. I'm getting closer to being done. Here's milepost 26. I am getting pretty tired, so I'm hoping that pretty soon I will realize I'm on the straightaway that leads to the mile 25 trestle, because then I know where I am and I'm almost done. It's good to see the mile 25 sign. Tired feet, tired arms from lugging my big camera and tripod for, it's going to be 12K total. Okay, crossing mile 25 trestle from west to east with some harsh, almost midday light. I was here around 6:45 this morning. Nice dawn lighting then. Yeah, some of the ties are just really interesting. Yeah, that's where I was. Not that one. Here's the slope just above me. Alright, let's say goodbye to this trestle. That's been fun. I was here just over 6 hours ago. I was tired then, but that was just because I just walked up the big hill. Now I'm tired just from the whole day. Looking east, and a Lacey Lake Road comes up through there. It's 4x4 style. Alright, bye-bye rails. Hello highway soon for me. This logging has happened in last year because there were trees here last time I was here in spring of 2019. Sure opens up a view to the mountains and the inlet.